On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, Pac-Man.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. On first down, they run with Howard. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way
now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Passing, it's Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. A nice gain of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working from the gun, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And complete to Zach Ertz. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, 1st down. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now after the loss, they come up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. Here's Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Dalton. This one hauled in by Sample. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
50 seconds to mine.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
6-0 our score after 1.
Hands up, ladies. 53, Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They're running it.
Now Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Curtis Samuel, 85 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's win. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. Heads up.
Dalton here from the gun. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Now, meanwhile, over in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. On 1st down, Howard. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This is Howard on second down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now Wentz. And it's brought in by Washington. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw here, Dalton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The Eagles get over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check, check, lucky.
Wentz going to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Wentz now on first down. Washington's got it. The end result, 21 yards.
Let's go. Washington. A gain of 21 yards. First down.
52 right here. 52. Time to go right now.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
First down, Philadelphia.
Here we go. Waiting.
Right now, let's go. Nice, sweetheart.
From the red zone now, Wentz. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw once more on second and 10. Wentz, and his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
56, Mike, 56.
Now Wentz on third down. This is caught by Jackson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. Waiting.
No chance.
Wentz to throw again. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it'll be second and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
Running with Howard. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This Bengal defense, they passed the first two tests. Now it's third and goal. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the 38, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarter. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. There he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
Eagles 17, Bengals 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And that is not a sight they want to see. Joe Mixon very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Wentz in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at at the 8-yard line.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. In a friendly bounce there, they will get excellent field position to start as this kicks out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that would be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Great.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run. Anderson. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 36, Dalton. And a catch good. It's Eifert. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And the Bengals first and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Let him know.
From midfield here, Dalton. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
368.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. And able to find Green. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. And Dalton to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. From the gun, Dalton, and they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with the game.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing his Wentz. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On second down, Anderson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the Eagles' 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. They'll run again with Bernard. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
36, 36.
There you go, 368.
Operating from the gun, Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now the try here for the point after. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. From the gun, Dalton. He's got Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Dalton, 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
You ain't going nowhere. Check 4, check 4.
Wentz going to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Wentz now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Elsewhere, a fourth quarter score now from Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Passing, it's Dalton. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Finding Green complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
But he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, but it'll be second and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Big spot. Andy Dalton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Again, it's Howard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now it'll be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.